Hello, Instructor Martins. Can you hear me? Instructor Martins.
I can hear you. Hello.
Hello, Instructor Martins. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can anyone hear me here? If you can, kindly indicate using the sticker. Can anyone hear me here in this group?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Instructor Xavier. Instructor Xavier. Okay, Instructor Martins.
I can hear you.
Okay, Instructor Martins, and we can start now. We can start now. Okay, before we start, I would like us to introduce ourselves, starting from Ayodele. So kindly unmute and speak. Um, before you speak, please introduce us with your full name and where you are receiving your lecture from. And also, if you want to ask question, you kindly use the reaction, or if you want to indicate or you want to ask anything, you can use your reaction. Okay, you can raise your hand for question and the instructor will respond to you. Okay, so Ayo, so Ayodele, can you unmute your mic and speak? Okay,
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you. You can speak.
Uh, okay. My name is Ogunboye Adele. I am receiving from Lagos.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
So kindly unmute. Ginika Okeke.
Good evening, all.
Good evening. You're welcome. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for joining
My name is Okeke. I'm receiving a lecture from Ogun State Agbara.
Asaba. Okay.
Ogun State Agbara.
I did not hear you clearly. Okay. Can you repeat again? Can you repeat that statement again?
I said I'm receiving a lecture from Ogun State Agbara.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And
Uh,
please, Jace, I think it's JC Lover. Please, that your name is not accepted here. Okay. And you have to rename it. Okay. Please introduce yourself for us. Okay. If it's not around, Rukaya, kindly unmute your mic and introduce yourself.
Okay, good evening. Opadoja Rukaya. I'm receiving the lecture from Osun State Osogbo precisely.
You're welcome. Okay,
Thank you.
so as soon as we begin this class, I want you to, uh, as I earlier said, indicate, and also we do not like anyone who comes to the class uh, where they belong or they come to the class in a crowded environment. No, we don't accept that. Okay, and whenever you are joining this class, please come in using the right word for or the right spelling for your name. Okay, so that we can address you by your name. Okay, so I think Instructor Martins, you can start. Okay, you can start.
Okay, good evening, guys. Welcome to this Excel bootcamp. Yeah, the company sponsoring this is CT CM Tech Community, which you're already aware of. So today we are just going to be going through the curriculums of Excel for data analysis. I'm sure you have heard about data analysis and so many things. You've heard it from friends that yes, data analysis is the new oil and the new everything. Yeah, so we are going to be going to data analysis with Excel, taking you from basic to industrial standard profession. So first of all, what we're going to be doing is a brief of introduction of the team of faculty, which is Okorie Moses Chukwuvundike. We just spoke to you now. His education background, National Diploma, Bachelor's of Science Education. Professional qualification is a certified Python developer, SQL developer, data analyst, project manager, digital marketer, and certified graphic designer. So this is him, is the facilitator of CM Tech community. So also we have me, Martins Israel. I'm by name Martins Israel. My educational is National Diploma, Bachelor of Science, profession in mobile app development, web development, AI, neuroscience, and robotic. So this is me here. I'm a co-facilitator. Also, we also have a good guy too who is good at the work. So it's not about your profession or degree also. We have Ampa Yeman Tewarsi. His education is Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. He's very good in Python. He's certified in Python development and data analysis. This is him here as a uh, medical and surgery professional. He's really good at not just his field, but in the field of data analysis and programming also. So this is him also. He's a co-facilitator. You can also reach out to him or any of us. So in the curriculum for Excel for data analysis for the 6th week, so the week 1, we are going to be having what's called Excel fundamentals, introduction to Excel interface, basic formulas and functions, sum, average and count, data formatting and editing. This for the week 1. So for the week 2, we are going to be having data management, data validation, and formatting, filtering, and sorting data using pivots table. Then for the week 3, we are having formulas and functions, advanced formulas, if and none, and or not, using index and match functions, introduction to array formulas. Then in the week 4, we are going to be having data visualization, creating charts and graphs, customizing charts and graphs using conditional formatting. So week 5 of the lesson, we're going to be having advanced Excel topics using macros and VBA, introduction to Power Query, advanced pivots table. Then week 6 also, we are going to have applying Excel skills to real world projects. And also there are also going to be some things you're going to experience in real world example which we use. So basically, I want to ask questions. So maybe people are having limits for starting this program, so we can just get ahead. Like for example, if nobody has a PC, I want to buy them a PC. Please indicate if you don't have a PC. So nobody indicated. So I get myself the PC. Okay, so everybody have a PC here, right? Well, for those who doesn't have, okay, I think someone doesn't have a PC. Okay, so Esther, you don't have a PC? Oh, so I was joking. I'm not buying anybody any PC, but very soon we'll be buying people, the best students, a PC very soon. So, well, Esther, for you that don't have a PC, you can also join us. You are going to be using what is called, let me show you the software so you don't be left behind. So there's no limit to you getting. So the software is Google Sheets. Google Sheets. So I'll share my screen so you can see it. So I have to share the entire screen.
Okay, before I share the screen, Esther, you raise up your hand, so I would like to hear from you. So, do you want to ask question or you want to respond?
Okay, I hope you can see my screen now, guys. Hello, please, if you can see my screen, indicate. So,
Yes, we can see your screen.
okay. So this is the
Yes.
Google Sheets. So for those that don't have access to your laptop, we'll be helping you out. Use your Google Sheets. This is it. So Google Sheets is typically online. Try to register for it so you can follow us up. So we'll be
Instructor,
sending you the link.
Instructor Martins,
Okay.
I saw Esther raise up his hand. I don't know. I want to hear from
Okay.
Esther.
Yes, you can unmute your mic and respond.
I have a system.
Okay. Okay. Good. So we'll be walking through that. Basically, everybody has a system. Just those that don't have a system, please indicate in the group. Just write your name so we can share you the Google link software later. So this is it actually. Google Sheets. You have to look for Google Sheets then so you can join us. So for those that don't have, you will just type in your name in the group then or send it to the admin so they can work on that. They'll send you the link, this Google Sheet, so we can get along because I don't want anybody to be left behind typically. So okay, so that was that for that. Which other thing did I find as an issue to some people? Okay, I think that's that for that. So I will just introduce you to this topic. Sorry, does somebody has a question? I'm seeing the hands raised. Okay, you can unmute and ask. Okay, you can ask.
Esther, please, can you unmute and ask your question if you have? You raise up your hand.
Bọ́lá tí mo ti rántí o, mo ti rántí.
Hello, Esther. Okay.
I don't think she have a question, so let me just lower the hand down. Okay, let me check the comments. Oh, hello, we cannot hear you. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martins, we can hear you. That
Okay.
guy has his own network issue. So you
Okay,
can speak.
so good. So now everyone, you heard about data analysis, right? Data analysis. Let's interact now. You've been hearing about data analysis.
Instructors,
What do you
instructors,
know
hold on.
about what do you know about data analysis? Have you heard it from someone before? Why do you want to take the path to being a data analyst? Somebody should answer me. Why? What do you understand by data? At least you should know what you are interested in. Why you took this course? Somebody can raise up their hand and tell me what you understand. Why? You've been hearing about data analysis. Why? You can just unmute and answer the question, but we don't need a crowded environment. Okay, it seems nobody knows why he's doing this course, right? Okay, so I'll teach you why you're doing the course. So what is data? First of all, you need to know what data is. Does anyone have any definition for data? Okay, no one has any definition. Okay, so what is data? Okay.
Data are simple raw facts.
Okay, raw facts. Yes, raw facts. Okay, correct. Yeah, raw facts. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so data is a raw information that needs to be organized or analyzed to become what's useful, right? They are raw information. So what are raw informations? What are these raw informations? For example, informations like for example, informations on your web page, informations about stock, informations about different type of things. The newspaper is an information, right? It's a raw fact. So sometimes you can extract them. The newspaper actually is the extracted data, if we should call it, is the extracted data. Then information from an incident that occurred is what? The raw information. You gathering the information. Yeah, those are the raw information. So data is a raw information that needs to be organized or analyzed to become useful. If it doesn't, if it's not analyzed or organized, it will not become useful. So there are types of data. There are many types of data. Please take notes, many types. But we'll only be talking about two types, the structural and unstructured data. So structural data are organized in what? Rows and columns. So those data, e.g. Excel, database, they are easy to analyze. So those are structured what? Data. So please take notes when you hear about type of data, structured. We have two types. We have many types, but we are only talking about what? Just two types, the structured and unstructured. So I repeat again, the structured are what? Organized in what? Rows and columns. And e.g. Excel and what? Database. If you don't know what database is, later on when you go to the like the SQL database class, you may understand more about data analysis with what database. So database typically is where your website, for example, there's a website you have, like maybe your hospital websites now, that keeps record of what? Patients. You know, in the olden days when you go to the hospital, they just write the name of the patient, give him a card. Those records, they store it in paper, Abi. So if fire happens to catch that organization, all the data will burn, right? So now in database, data are organized now. In the modern world, data are organized in what? Structured form. We store these data now instead of paper and biro. We store those data in where? In the database. So database is a kind of I'm trying to let me break it to a simpler form for you. It's a type of, I would say now there we have cloud database and local database. It's a type of thing. I'll just say thing. Let me call it thing because people don't really know what database is. It's a type of, I'll call it thing. It's just like your how would I say your memory card. Yes, your memory card. Everybody should know memory card. So your memory card, you store what? All the movies you want to watch, all the music you want. So that's how typically database work. It's type of storage that stores all the required things you want to store. So if you are storing them, they're in what? Structural form. Structural form mean organized form. That is what it means. They are organized. Then unstructured data, we move to unstructured data. No fixed format, e.g. emails, videos, social media. So unstructured data, data that are scattered, you understand, are unstructured. So we'll use real life example like, for example, gathering informations. For example, in news, you work in a news media, right? You are supposed to gather information on recent incidents that occurred today. So you are asked to travel like to a branch in your community, let's say community B or local government B, you are asked to travel to local government B to gather information. Yeah, so that is unstructured data. You don't know the information you are gathering yet. So you just go there and start asking people that, please, I need this, what happened here? You start writing them. Those are unstructured. You start gathering from where? Different source. Those are unstructured data. So you can also go to email. Some people have posted in their email and wrote that, oh, something, we saw this incident occurred. So those are unstructured. Then videos, you can go to videos. Some video post on social media. You can see them that, oh, somebody post a video on social media and those video are what? Those data. You can use those data as your report. But those are unstructured data. You don't know the right information if they are correct or what's wrong. So we also have social media posts, like I told you, the posts you see on social media, you start gathering them, then start analyzing your data. So take note, we are only dealing with two: structural data and unstructured data. So now we understand why structural data works. So I want to ask somebody a question. I want to ask, so I know if somebody has been following up, who can tell me a structural data. For example, you are working in a oil field. Yes, you are working in a oil field, and you are asked to take data of a drilling well. What kind of data is that? What type of data is that? You are working in a oil field and you are asked to take data of what? A drilling well. Every hour, a drilling well data is taken, or every month, or every week. Okay, if somebody can answer, what type of data is that? You are working in a drilling oil company and you are asked to take data. This is a real life example of the kind of data you are going to be taking. Data analysis work everywhere, all aspects, every single place. So now we are working with a oil company now, currently, and you are asked to take a drilling data from an oil well. What type of data is that? Don't be afraid. You can
Data.
try. Huh?
Structural data.
Okay, structural data. Okay. What are your reasons for it?
Reasons for it because we are dealing with companies, so you are supposed to organize it in a format in which you are going to understand data that you are asked to extract.
Exactly. That is very correct. Hands of applause for her. She tried. That is 100% really correct. So as you are working in a oil data, their data are always what's correct. All you need to do is take note of each event that changes on the data. You take note of those data in where and organize in a or structured form. So for example now, let me ask if someone understand. Let me give another question to see if you guys are following. So I was working in a data in a company and we're asked to find a data for ChatGPT. We're making our own GBT and we're asked to find data. This is a case scenario. Data analysis is what is making ChatGPT work. I hope everybody knows. So we're asked to gather information to say the language of Nigeria, to check the language Nigeria speak. Igbo, do you know ChatGPT speak Igbo? Who knows? ChatGPT knows Igbo, knows all language. So we're asked to find the data of those people. So what kind of data did we use there? Can someone try?
Unstructured
Yeah.
data.
Huh?
Unstructured data.
Oh, why you? I'm not going to tell you if you are correct. Somebody else should try. Then I'll tell her if she's correct or not.
Did I give my
Someone else?
reason?
Huh?
Did I give my reason why it is unstructured data?
Okay.
My reason is I'm working in a company and they asked me to make a research of such data. It's a research. It's
Yeah,
not it's not a fact. Like it's not in my company. It's not what we I don't know how to explain it, but I know
exactly. You are very
so
correct. You are following up. But
yeah.
I wanted to see if someone, because you're very active. That's very true. So structural data. Okay, and Joe's lover, do you want to say something? Okay, I guess no. Oh, so you are very correct. Yes, structural data, unstructured data. So I was working with the company and they told me that you have to get those GBT. We're making a GBT. So what do we do? We have to do. I can't really explain it. You have to go through our other Excel class with the Python so you can understand more better on that. So you have to gather unstructured data. So we have to go to different websites to what? Web scrap data. And those data is what? Igbo language, Bini language. So we had to go different place. They were scattered language to gather those data and what? So we can sell those data and use those data. You understand? Yeah. So she's very correct. So we move on to step to present data. Now, after, remember, we have two way, the structured and what, unstructured way. So now, before you present this data to your organization now, before you present those data, like now we use case scenario of us working with what? The GBT and us working in a OIF feed, right? Okay, Miss Favor, can you hear me? I think you have to check your mic because I think mine is working. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, step to present a data effectively. So remember when we're talking about us working with what the oil company and what another case scenario, gathering data for ChatGPT, right? So now, before you gather those data now, remember you are working with a company, right? Now you have gathered that data either in a structured form or what, unstructured form. Now the process now your manager has set up a board meeting. Now your manager has set up a board meeting. Please, Mr. Moses, I think somebody has an issue there, favor something. I don't know if you can assist her out. So now, the board meeting you are in the company you are having, they are going to have a board meeting for you as the data analyst to present what your data, right? You are going to present your data not to yourself. You are going to present it to the board, the CEOs of those companies. Let's say for those oil companies, you are going to present those data. You are going to stay live and present the data, explain the data to them. Now you cannot just go and carry even those structural data, carry it and give them the way you see it. No. Even the unstructured data, you can't carry it and give them the way you see it. No, you can't do that. So the way to do that, there are processes to follow. You need to define what the purpose of that data. They are going to ask you that the purpose of the data is to what? What message am I trying to communicate? Number one, that's the company has asked.
Instructor Martins,
Okay.
please, can you work on your mic?
My mic is working. I'm using a headset. Yeah, everything is working fine.
I think.
Sorry, is surely the one having the issue? Is everyone still having the same issue?
I don't know if you are having the issue. Can you
Please
indicate?
just indicate so we can rectify this now.
So, if you can hear the instructor, kindly raise up your hand.
Okay, I think somebody can hear also. Almost everyone. Okay, 2 people can hear me. Okay, somebody also replied I can hear also. I think I think it's working.
I can hear you.
So,
Okay.
I believe they should sort out their network issue. They are having network issue right now, and they should try to log out from the class and join again, or they can watch through the live recording class. Okay, I think our YouTube link has been shared on the group chat. So, Instructor Savior, Martins, you can continue.
Okay, so as we stopped, like you need to define the purpose. That's the first thing as a data analyst. You need to define what the purpose for you to do for those data. Now we are working in case scenario as an oil what? As a drilling data analyst, right? To get drilling reports. So now define the purpose. You are asked what was the purpose first of all? To get what? Drilling what? The drilling records from okay, somebody's still raising up his hand. Okay, I think it's for the other question. Okay. So we are going to get the what? The drilling information, like the message you as the data analyst or your tasks you are sent to do. So now to define the purpose, you need to ask what message am I trying to communicate? Then the second, who is my audience? Remember, your audience is what? Your CEOs. That's what you are passing the message to.
your CEOs. What message am I trying to communicate? You are trying to present what? The data of what? A drilling report, right? You are trying to present it to where? Who is my audience? To my CEOs. You are presenting it to your CEOs, you might present it to your HROs, you might present it to whatever department in the organization you were asked to present it to. So now this determines the level of detail and type of what visualization to use. Take note, as a data analyst, there are some secret things in a company that you are not supposed to reveal to where? A common person in that company. Because why? You can be accessing those database, you'll be playing with database, playing with direct what record. So there are some personal things you are not supposed to reveal to a common person in that organization. So take note, a data analyst is a very important person in an organization. That's why they are saying it's the new oil, and it's the new oil. So there are some personal details, like for example, in a security company or in a company where you work, they might have password showing the usernames and their password. So you, as the data analyst, the MD of that organization, asks you, please, from those people database, show me everybody username and password. You can't go and show that people username and password to what? To maybe ICT manager or this. You, as a data analyst, you'll be having a specific role to play. You'll be communicating to what? The MD directly of that organization. So now, process of arranging your data or presenting your data, there are processes before you present a data. Number one, you need to what? Gather what? The information, or not, collect the right data. Which we say collect the right data. We explain ways of collecting data through what? Through the what? There are two types. We said through the structural or unstructural form, right? So we say now gathering data, we can either use those two principles, either the structural way or the unstructural way. So now let's get to what the structural way is. So gather only the data that supports your message. So there are various ways to collect what? Data. Now, the first one is what? Database. Remember, I told you, I say database is like a memory card. It's not a memory card actually, but that's the basic form I can use to explain it for you guys right now. Maybe in the next class, I'll bring in slide to explain more on database. So database is like a memory card that stores what? Data. A lot of data in where? In an organized form. Those data are where? Structural form. So all those companies are already storing their data automatically. You only need to just go to the database and read those what? Data. Just present the data straight to them. So they also inform like survey, also survey, you giving people, users a form to fill that, to ask. Maybe you are asking a questionnaire that is the manager of this company good? So you are giving them form to fill, not a paper and biro form. We'll teach you how to create some form later on. So you give them a form to fill and ask them, is the manager good or not? So you are collecting what? Information through what? Or gathering information through survey method. So there's what is called APIs, application package interface. So APIs, you have to go, like I told you, after this course, or you can follow up. You have to follow our other course so you can understand more on database, APIs, and the rest. So APIs typically means also collecting data from where? Your database, but not your own database. This API is collecting data from large companies like Microsoft, yes, companies like Microsoft, Google, Apple. So you are collecting data from them. But take note, APIs, and some APIs are free and some APIs are not free. So they may ask you to pay for what? The API, for you to pay for the API so you can access their what? Their data. So everything you see is an API. Google is an API. Every single application you see, WhatsApp has an API that sells your data. So you can pay WhatsApp, they'll give you your data. But I'm not explaining this to you. You have to go and check our next course so you can understand what API means. So we have the experiments. You can conduct experiments and research log. You can go live the way normal experience, all this biology experience. but it's not biology, sha. But you can conduct those kind of experiments, going live, doing research, gathering information. So also research, we also know what research is. Go to Google. You can go to Google and type in something like, you can say list of movie data sets. Yeah, list of movie from 1990 something. So all those data it will be showing you, right? Let me see if I can quickly present a little for you. List of movies, list of movies. So it will show you movies, right? So these movies are showing you now. This data, you can steal them. But take note, that's not what we are
It's,
working on today. I
it's
just
just,
want to explain to you.
I guess they are not seeing the screen you share, your search bar, okay?
Okay, are you seeing it now?
It's just this screen you are presenting that is
Okay,
showing.
I'm coming. Let me show them. Sorry guys, let me show you this screen. Okay, share this. Okay, this is it. So this is the screen now, as you can see, right? This is movie data. This is a movie site. This information now, the question is, how do we steal this information now? How can we collect all this
What's
movie?
being referred
Movie
to?
from where? 20. It will display. The
Mm,
screen will display. It's your network. Are you seeing it now?
yes.
Okay, so this is movie from, I don't know the year. I think this will be 20 something. But actually you have to find the year yourself. So okay, 1990 something to 2000. So this is a movie what screen now. So if you followed our other course in our Python, in this movie now, you can steal all this data. You don't need to go and be typing Shark Redemption or Godfather or Dark Knight. No, you understand? You don't need to type all those things. This movie, you can steal them as a data analyst with one single line of what code or command. Every single thing here will be printed what in your Excel or what in your data sheet. So we move to the next step. Let me share my screen to you. Okay, we are back here now. So now we've done collect the data, which is the first step, right? Or the second step, which we did. Now the third step is what? You need to clean and organize what? The data. Wait, remember when we gathered this movie data now, right? We gathered the movie data. So we're seeing 1995, 2001, right? And it was scattered. We did not really know the exact dates those movies were. So we have to what? Clean the data. So don't be confused with all this clean organized data. Wetin clean mean? It means actually to we have many women here now to clean your house, many men to clean the car, to clean your house also. So if meaning clean, you have to clean that data. Remember that data that we gathered from that website just now is a what? Who can tell me what type of data that data is? Yeah, let me catch if somebody was following me. Who can tell me what that data is? That data
Unstructured data.
from huh?
Unstructured data.
Yeah,
Unstructured
unstructured. She's only the one, okay? Unstructured data,
data.
yes, it's unstructured data. Because the data was dirty. It's not like dirty, oh, you understand? Because we're picking them from where different source. We're collecting them from this different source. So as we collected that data now, we have to what? Clean the data and organize the data before presenting. Ensure missing values are handled. So what are missing values now? In that 1995 now, some of those data that we might print might not have 1995 where the movie was created. You understand? It might not have 1995. Some might have 1995. Some might have 2000, 2005. So we need to check if missing values are handled. So you as a data analyst, you are going to be cleaning those data, handling those missing data. You are going to handle those missing data and fill those missing data. So we move on. If you have any question, you can raise up your hand.
Sorry, I'm trying to check my slide.
So for what you have learned so far, do you have any question to ask the instructor? If you have, kindly indicate so that we know the limits or the amount of people we are going to accept for the question. Okay. Do you have question? Kindly indicate raise up by raising up your hand.
Okay, I'm back now. So I think nobody have any question. They are good to go.
Okay, hello,
Okay, so
Instructor Sylvia. Instructor Martins, please, a minute. I want
okay.
them to indicate if they have questions. Do you have questions, please, before we move forward?
It's better you ask your question now so you don't get really confused. Okay, I think maybe everybody understands. Okay, so now we move to the next step, which is the fourth one. Now remember, after cleaning your data, what is it, and organizing your data, now you need to choose what the best way to what to visualize it. What visualization mean? It means say you want present this data, everything you are looking at this television in your laptop screen or your phone is visualization, what you can see. So that's what it means. So now the best way to present it on that screen to what whoever you are presenting that data to, is it your organization, is it your CEO, is it your manager? You understand? You need what to choose the best way to visualize it. And number 5, you need to think of how to explain what your data. There are many different explanations for one single data. You understand? But you need to see a statistical or a good way which you can explain what the data you have already visualized. So visualization, remember, it means seeing things that you can see, the managers can see it and understand it. When we get to that point, we'll show you more on visualization. What the manager can see, the organization can see, and they can visualize it. You can explain through them. You can explain that, as you can see my screen now, you are seeing data processing, right? So this is like a visualization. Me explaining things to you that this is data what processing. So you understand this explain what the data. So that's what visualization means. So now the fifth way, you need to learn how to what explain your data. You need to explain those data well to what your organization. Okay, so now we have data what data processing. Data processing, don't be confused with everything we have recapped, but this is a drawing of how the data works. Number one, you do what? Collect your what? Data collection. I don't need to explain this. Okay, let me quickly explain it. Number one, data collection. Okay, no. Can someone tell me how to handle data? Step to present data. Can someone tell me the step to present data? I'm taking my slide to the back. So can someone tell me? I need to know. Okay, somebody would like to participate. Okay, Adekunte, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the first step is to define the purpose.
Okay.
Like what
Okay,
message
continue.
are we trying to
Okay.
communicate? So the second one, collect the right data.
Okay.
Third one, clean and organize the data.
Okay.
Then the fourth one, choose the best way to visualize our data.
Okay.
And the last one is to explain the data.
Okay. So now, why are we? Let me ask you one question. Why are we cleaning the data? Now, for example, now we are working in the oil field, right? And now we are asked now not to take oil reports. Now it happened to me. We are asked now to take. Okay, wait. Okay, 2 people. Everybody will participate. Don't worry. Now we are asked to take. Now we are asked to take data of what our company we bought. Okay, Our company, we actually bought, I think, 2,000 systems from the US, and we were asked to take what? Stock of those data. Are you listening? Stock of those data. We were asked to take stock, and 20 were missing. Why do we need to clean those data before we present them? When we presented those data, 20 was missing. Can someone tell me why we need to clean those data before we presented them? And guess what? We did not clean those data before we presented them. We gathered all those data for 6 months without cleaning them, and we presented those data without recounting or stock checking. So can someone tell me? You've left. I thought you will answer the question now. You're a data analyst now. Okay, somebody, two people.
Okay.
Let me see. Wait, let me choose one. You've answered first. Rukayat. Okay, Rukayat, you can answer. Followed by Favor.
Okay. From what you said, I think it's necessary to clean data to remove unwanted information or to insert missing information.
Okay, what happened to
So
our data? Wait, you remember we lost 20 laptops inside. What happened to that data? Can you explain what happened? What did we do wrong to that data?
maybe you
You
didn't reinsert the missing value.
okay? Okay, Instructor Moses, please take notes. She said we didn't insert the missing value. Okay, Mrs. Favor, you can answer. What happened to the data? Followed by Okene Ginaka. Remember, before you answer, remember you'll be take responsible for any data that gets missing. Data are very crucial in a company. Any data that gets mishandled, you'll be hold responsible. So what happened? Okay, Miss Favor. Okay, I think she's not around. Okay, you can answer.
Okay. Andy, I feel when we clean data, number one,
Huh?
to cross-check the missing value and to know if everything, all the data we have gathered are real. Because we are
Sorry,
presenting those
I
data
think,
to them.
sorry, please. I'll have to mute somebody. Okay, you can go on now.
I said, to my understanding, I feel the reason why we clean data is to cross-check if there's a missing information, because those
Okay,
data are being prepared to the shareholders, either the shareholders or the directors or the person you are presenting to. So you should understand that that data should be organized and there is no missing, there should not be any missing part or missing data because you will be held responsible as a data analyst. So as a data analyst, you are supposed to cross-check, clean to ensure that there is no missing figure. And if there is, you should put in place those missing figure to get the corresponding inventory or balance.
okay. So we
So,
were the one wrong, right? By not
yes,
cleaning those data.
yes.
Okay. After not only cleaning, right? Did we, because is it only cleaning we did not clean?
No, yes. You choose the best way to visualize. You do not choose the best way to visualize the data.
Exactly. We would have known that a whole margin of 20 were missing. Exactly,
Yeah,
right? Exactly,
yeah.
good. Okay, somebody raised up the hand. I think somebody had another idea. Who was the person? You can ask so you can understand. Who again? Okay, I think that's that for that. Okay, so she has said it all. So the fault was from us. We did not visualize, which was 100% very correct. We never visualized. We took those data, presented those data without cleaning those data for good 6 months. Can you imagine? Good 6 months. We did not clean the data. We were just dropping the data like an unstructured data. Imagine a whole 10, 20 were missing inside. What a big mess for that organization. I defend myself. How to defend? That's a story for another day. Each
Okay,
issue has top.
Instructor Savio, Instructor Savio, Israel, sorry, Instructor Israel.
Okay.
Okay, I want to explain something to them. Most times, since you got those equipment that was missing, and you don't know if the people that sent it did not include the objects, like maybe 10 pieces was not included. So you have to clean your data so that it will show that that data was not presented to the organization, and a report must be written down for the organization so that they will take note of what was missing. Okay, I hope this is clear to you guys. Hello.
Anyone can respond. So
Is there anyone who can respond or who did not understand what I explained?
Yes, I understand
I
what you're
understand.
saying, ma.
I
But,
understand.
to me, I feel it's still gone down to the visualizing of the data, because if you should clean your data, most times when we clean our data, we might not even get information that there are some missing steps,
yeah.
because we are
Yeah,
human. Yes.
yes.
So if we visualize the data, it will still help us to track the missing one.
Yes.
So
That
I
was
still come back to
majorly that
visualization.
was majorly the issue we had.
Yes, yeah.
We never visualized, but we did a full stock. We took the stock and checked everything was complete. But the problem was visualizing. Why giving out, why distributing each system, it was recorded, but it was never visualized to check if the total amount was removed from either those charts or was added. So that was our issue we had. So in data processing, as I move on, data processing, as we talked about, the data collection, right? Cleaning the data. In cleaning the data, we have what? The data, right? When you clean the data, it becomes what? If it's unstructured, it becomes in a structured form. And what? You data and you analyze the data, right? Yes, and you analyze the data. From analyzing the data, you what? Search for the data. As you can see, this icon is a search. You search for the data through the analysis to search if any data there was missing or what's correct so you can rectify the data. So back to this data cleaning, we have what? Data integration, meaning this is database. Like we talked about, after cleaning, you check about the integration of the data, integrating the data. You check about the data, integrate the data. After integrating the data, you transform the data to what? A usable form. This is no big grammar. Okay, let me break it down. You collect the data, the useless data. I will not call it useless data, but the dirty data. You collect the dirty data, you clean the dirty data. It become clean like a dirty cloth. You wash the cloth become white. After the cloth become white, you iron the cloth, right? That is data integration. After ironing the cloth, you what? Data transformation. Transforming the data, you now package the cloth and put it in where? In cellophane, right? Those cellophane they put it in. Then you seal it. After sealing it, data reduction, right? That cloth, 5 cloths can enter what? That cellophane. That's the data reduction. So you can reduce the size of what? The data to not make it too rowdy or too much, depending on the need of the data. After
Instructor,
reducing it, then you visualize what? The data.
Instructor Martins,
Okay?
I think we need
Are
to
running up
attend.
to time.
Yes, we need to attend to some things, and I want to like some people who came. So some people who came in did not introduce themselves, and I would like them to introduce themselves now. Then our classes runs from around Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also, if you attend this class, please, as soon as you leave this class, try to indicate that you attend the class on the group chat, because after this class, I will try to filter out those who did not attend this class. Okay, and also, and I want to hear from, uh, um, I think Grace. Please unmute and introduce yourself to us.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly? Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Adioti Grace. Sorry, can I ask, like, what are the information that you need to know about us so that I will just.
Okay, your name and where are you receiving this lecture from?
Okay, my name is Adioti Grace, and I'm receiving this lecture from Lagos.
Okay,
Yeah.
and Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you unmute and speak? Grace, thank you for your comment. Okay,
Thank you.
Emmanuel. I don't know if Emmanuel is in class. Okay, Esther. Esther,
Hi, good evening, everyone.
good evening.
My name is Akiemi Esther. I'm receiving this lecture from Zaria.
Zara, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Emmanuel, okay, Favor,
Hello.
okay, we can hear you, Favor.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Viva Akirijala. I'm receiving this lecture from Lagos.
Okay,
I appreciate
and
the effort to put this class together. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Emmanuel, again, kindly unmute and speak or get kicked out. Emmanuel, okay, William, William, William,
Yes, ma. I can hear you, ma.
okay, can you speak?
Yes, I've been battling with the network. I don't know. Yeah, I can speak. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, ma.
Okay, I'm not Ma, I'm Sir. Please, you can
Oh,
introduce
sorry.
yourself.
Okay. My name is Inawo Williams from Lagos State. I joined the class to learn data analyst.
Okay,
Um,
you're welcome.
thank you, ma. Thank
So,
you, sir. Sorry.
JC Lover, please, whenever you are joining this class, please,
Okay.
your name should be renamed.
Yes, I followed the instruction you dropped. You said join with your username. So that's why I
I
used
did not
username.
set your username, your full name, please, your full name. Did you see others join with their names? I
Okay,
can.
yeah. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I will see to that in the next class.
Okay, introduce yourself to us.
Okay, my name is Joseph Sheye. So receiving this class from Kano State.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, can you speak now? Emmanuel, Joel Jumbo,
I
Joel.
think network might be affecting Emmanuel also.
Okay, Joel, can you unmute and
Good
speak?
evening, everyone.
You're
Good evening,
welcome.
everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening. Thank you so much for this beautiful opportunity and for the classes.
Okay, we lost her. So, Olajide, can you speak? Olajide. Olajide.
Yes, yes, hello, good evening, everyone, ma. Not Olajide, ma. Is Oladeji Toib, ma.
Okay.
My name is Oladeji Toib. I'm receiving this lecture from Ogun State.
You're welcome. So, okay, Instructor Savior, Martins. Sorry, I only like to call Instructor Martin, Savior. Instructor Martins. Instructor Martin, are you in class?
I'm with you.
Okay, you can continue once it's